So this is my recipe for Argentine chimichurri, not Mexican chimichurri, not Peruvian chimichurri, Argentine chimichurri, the real chimichurri. And there's no exact ingredients I'm going to give you on this. It's not 3 tablespoons, 5 teaspoons, half a cup, none of that. This is all about ratios and proportion, and that's the way I was taught. I was never taught with exact amounts, so I have no idea. But to me, it's all about taste and visual proportions. Alright, so here we go. So as I stated in the beginning, it's all about proportions on the chimichurri. So you want to start off with some just good chunk blocks of garlic. Just slice it up in slices like that. And then you want to take a chef's knife and do a fine chop on it. Get it as small as you can. I'd say pretty much about a thickness of 1/8, if not less. But really small chunks. And that's what you want to end up with. And I'll show you the garlic later. And so stem your parsley, loose leaf, Italian curly parsley, not the flat. And then again, with the chef's knife, you want to chop this up as fine as you can get. Really small chunks. The smaller the better. And then you want to chop. And so this is pretty much what you end up with. Again, this is not exact measurement, so I have no idea how much parsley I have here and how much garlic, but this is what I start off with. It's all about ratios. So you can see here how fine the garlic is. Really small chunks. And the same for the parsley. Really small. Small cuts as you can get it. Super fine. You might end up with some big pieces in here, but that's okay. And so then we want to start the mixing. So take all your parsley, put it in, and start off with the parsley first, because that's going to be your larger quantity and ratio. You'll probably end up with somewhere between, I'd say 1:3 to 1:2 ratio. More parsley than garlic, but I think it's pretty much going to end up about 1:3. So again, I don't have no much idea how much parsley I have here. It's just all about ratios, and this is the way I was taught. So put as much parsley as you can in the container here. Fill it up, whatever container you have. Again, it's all about ratio. So how much chimichurri you have depends on how much garlic and how much parsley you're going to put in to start off with. But so just start adding your garlic, and then just take a fork and just start mixing it in. And again, this is all about ratio. So once you start getting it fully mixed in, you'll start seeing how much parsley in ratio to garlic you have. So that's not quite exactly right. It's a little bit too much parsley in comparison. So I'm going to put in the rest of this garlic. And now again, had no idea it was actually going to turn out the exact parsley that I cut. Going to be using to the exact amount of garlic, but I've been doing it long enough so I can have a pretty good idea. And the more you do this, the better you'll get at it. But again, it's all about ratio. So it's about a 1:3 ratio. Just start off with your parsley, add in your garlic, and mix it in with a fork until you get just about the right amount of ratio. Again, it's about a 1:3. That's the best way I can guess it, and that's why I'm showing you here visually. You can see how much parsley to garlic you're going to end up with having. So it just so happens I'm going to end up using the rest of the garlic, which is totally fine. And once you have the full amount in here, that's when you're going to start adding your liquids. And so we're going to end up with about this much visually parsley to garlic. And then once you have the right ratio of the dry ingredients in here, at least of these first two, you're going to start adding in your first liquid, which is going to be just plain vegetable oil. So you use some Crisco vegetable oil in here and just start pouring it in. Again, this is all about ratio, so just pour a decent amount in there just to get it wet and mix it again. We're going to eventually also add some red wine vinegar, but right now we start off with the oil just to get a base going. And so you can start seeing how much you're going to end up having. So just add a little bit more. You want to just get a good base. So it's not too liquidy at this point. It's just more of a mash. And get it so everything gets wet, and so you can have a pretty good idea of how much oil you're going to have in there. Put a little bit more in there. You want it pasty, but not overflowing liquidy. You don't want liquid floating chunks in it yet. You just want it to be more of a super mash, where everything's wet, but nothing's floating. And then once you get that in there where it's a decent amount of mash, you can basically press your fork against it and get a little bit of liquid coming through it, just a little bit. And that's about right. And then now we're going to add the red wine vinegar. And this is going to be less than the oil, but you're going to want to add it in here. And this is where you're going to end up start getting a little bit more of a liquid type of substance in here, where things are actually eventually going to start floating. So again, just mix it in there. We're still ending up with more of a mash, so we want to add a little bit more red wine vinegar. And just add more in there. And again, just start mixing it up, mixing it up. Now you start seeing it's starting to, some of the liquid's starting to come up on top. That's totally fine. That's what we're going to start up with. But we're going to end up with something a little bit more floating. And then we'll do that later. So we're basically, once we get to that type of look, we're going to add some crushed red peppers. And again, this is all about proportion and visualization. This is going to be not too much of this because it's going to be too spicy, but enough so we can get the visual look here of how many red pepper flakes are floating throughout. So once everything's mixed in, you can see that it's not quite right what I really want. I want to add a little bit more in there, but I just want to make sure it's all mixed up first before I can actually visualize how much I'm going to need. So again, add a little bit more. And again, I have no idea how much I'm adding here. It's all about visual proportions. So once we get that just about right, that looks just about right there. And then here's a point where you can taste it. Taste it and see if you got enough of the vinegar coming through, as well as the garlic and the parsley. You want to taste all the ingredients in here. But visually, this is pretty much what you want to end up with. And that's it. Authentic Argentine chimichurri. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.